What's up, everybody? This is Markus, the entity coach of the Academy of Poker, with another video for the day. Today we will talk about how to make sufficient notes on players. I've been asked this quite some time now. First, like what my notes and my tags look like, and yeah, therefore I thought make a short video about explaining all this stuff. As always, before I jump into it, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our social media, follow me on Twitch, and yeah, to not miss out on any streams, any videos, and any updates from our social media. Hi guys, my name is Markus. I'm an MTT coach of the Academy of Poker, and we have a great offer for you. Our current Academy of Poker course will only cost you 200 euros, but if you do it the right way, you can even get it for free. All you have to do is hit the link in the description below, get in contact with our managers, and you can start right away. And now, enjoy the upcoming video. But let's jump right into it. So, sometimes you could say sometimes it's pretty easy. So to put it in easy words as well as to say, like, use simple and fast texts, meaning that you should probably make up your own vocabulary of words that help you out. Easy things would be, of course, like you can't really forget about grammar in this case. It's really just about for you to understand. So, for example, when you think about 3-bet or position-wise, he raised from there instead of putting under the gun, raised to 4 big blinds 4 times in a row, you just say UTG 4x, 4x pre, and maybe then stuff like fold. Instead of fold, you always just use one letter, for example, F for fold, or stuff like this here, like the 3B instead of 3-bet, just to save time. Enough of the times you will be playing more tables, and therefore it will be hard to just focus on writing text and writing notes when you have other tables to play. Also, of course, another abbreviation to use here, instead of hearts, spades, clubs, or diamonds, you just use the first letters of the words. Quite simple, but still, you have to talk about it. Also, only use really clear notes for that. So, if you're maybe tilted on someone because he's just not a good player, but you don't have any sufficient note, don't just type he's a bad player or is always calling. Like if you just put in he's a calling station or he's really bad at poker, it will just not help you out. But use stuff that helps you. For example, as you see here. So say defense too wide in the big blind, or his range in early position is way too wide, meaning that if he opens and he wakes and in showdown he comes up with queen 5 suited, or he limps a lot and then he has stuff like jack deuce suited, 6-5 off sometimes. Put those in the notes to see, okay, if he limps or if he raises UTG, I do not need to be as afraid of a good hand than with other players. Because normally, as you know, UTG range fairly tight. You fold even most of the ace x hands, and yeah, you just fold a whole bunch of your range. And if somebody is that active and if you see somebody going to showdown after raising preflop or after limping in UTG, which of course is always a bad thing to limp. You'll see that in all of my other videos or wherever I talk about limping. But then you can put that in the note because, as I said, it helps you to maybe 3-bet him easier, because if he raises UTG and you have, let's say, ace-jack suited, normally if you're in the cutoff or in middle position, you will most likely flat that. But because it's him and you got the note on him that he open raises way too much in those positions, you can way easier 3-bet these hands for value. In other situations, you would most likely maybe 3-bet that as a bluff to, for example, get rid of like ace queen or something like that when we think about really tight ranges. But in this case, then it will help you so much to make it easier for you to just win the hand pre-flop. Because if you just flat and then the flop comes 5-6 jack and suddenly he wakes up with 6-5-0 again, you will not expect that. You would say, okay, I have top pair, I will most likely be good. He can have ace queen, ace king, pocket tens, pocket nines or so, and then in showdown you lose like a 60 big blind pot because he has 6-5-0. But then at least you can make the note again to say, okay, yeah, like that proved to be correct. Like he's really crazy in those situations. So just this help you a lot. And yeah, also as I talked about this already, like it's really good to use hands for notes that really stand out. So for example, if it's like a regular hand and he's just instead of he should be jamming, let's say ace jack, or and he jammed ace 10, or he should not be calling king queen, or he should start calling by king queen suited, but he called king jack suited. That's just slightly different. You can maybe make a note in that way that you say, okay, he's calling a bit too wide. He's not able to stick to the ranges too good. Most likely, if it's a fun player, then that's most likely the case anyway. But more likely, try hands where, for example, he three barrels, so he bet three times throughout all the streets. Or he made like really big calls. Let's say you're in UTG versus middle. He's in middle position, and he called down like a second pair hand on a flush and straight heavy board, something like that. Because then it makes you can see, okay, he's really sticky. Because a lot of times when you go for the second bet, for example, most people would just fold the second pair, especially you have a big range. You don't have that big of a range when you open raise from early position. Excuse me. And yeah, so those are really good indicators for for us to label the opponent in some way. So you can see, okay, this guy really likes to call down, and then for the next times we play him, we will know that we should most likely uh, yeah, most likely put our range down even more. So really just versus him, really just do it with a lot of equity on and with stronger hands because he really likes to call. On the other side as well, if somebody like three barrels, for example, and he, sorry, if somebody three barrels and you maybe have also like a tough decision, but you end up calling, and in the end he just has a bluff, then it's gonna be a bit easier for you as well for the next time. So you see, okay, this guy likes to bluff. You can also put down what he used. So if he had any blockers or it was just a random bluff, because those things will help you a lot if to see if people think about what they're doing or if it's just like okay, I'm gonna bluff this hand no matter what. Because people do this. They think, okay, I haven't played a hand in some time. Let's just start bluffing now. And then they try to bluff no matter what the situation might be. So those things will give you like really good information and will help you in the future. And yeah, that's the last thing I wanted to talk about. So you got to remember that those things they might be really annoying to do because especially if you're multi-tabling and you see something really interesting happening, but you're saying, yeah, but if I look at it again, I have like a few other tables to look at. It's really hard. Um, but if you write it down once and as I said, in a sufficient and understanding way, it will help you so much in the future. You will have like some aha moments. So you're in a decision and you see, oh, I got a note on him. Let's hover over the note, and then you see he did this and this. Three barrel bluffed on this and this board, position versus position, and you see, wow, this is pretty similar now, and I have like the same hand. And a lot of times people just stick to exactly what they are doing, and yeah, therefore they will just most likely a lot of times do the same, especially if they're fun players. If they are regulars, of course they will mix the things. They will balance that, so you can't be sure about this all the time, as I said. But if it's a fun player, it will be way easier because they like to do the same mistakes over and over again. Also, if you see that somebody on the other side, I just talked about people that call, like to be sticky and call a lot. But if you see that somebody maybe even open folds, that's like the best thing that can happen to you. That somebody shows his hand and open folds his hand to you, uh, because then you see, okay, wow, he's able to make big laydowns, or for him big laydowns, even though he might just had like second pair or top pair on a really flush and straight heavy board. So this doesn't have to be only like for really sticky players, but also for people who are way too tight and fold too much. So this can help you a lot as well. And yeah, I think in this way those small things can help you to make sufficient notes. You can always ask me in my streams, or also here in the comments if you want to, how some of my notes look like or what the tags I make look like. And yeah, always happy to answer that. And yeah, let me know, how do you or how do you work with notes? Do you even do it, or because you're not playing that often, you don't care that much? Um, or yeah, do you have another system to do it? Maybe like using some code or something like that. Let me know in the comments. As always, leave a like, leave a subscription for the channel. It helps us to grow and keeps us motivated to post videos. Um, and also, as always, good luck at the tables, guys. Enjoy the running series we have on all the sites. So good luck there. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Bye.